Good morning. Today we're on a little road trip. I'm off to Blackpool to help help value someone's classic car collection, see what they've got, see if it's worth any money, maybe help sell them. I'm off to Blackpool, which is 2 hours, and I posted on the Facebook group this morning, which car should I use? Should I be sensible and take the Volvo that does 50 miles to the gallon and a car that I know and love, or because it's slightly bright but grey, should I take the Benz? And it's Alan's fault. Alan's fault. Alan, you said take the Benz because the Volvo is the sensible choice, so we're going in the Benz. We've got to count how many times I put the roof on and off, because the rules of owning a convertible is if there's not water falling from the sky, then the roof has to be off. Let's get some fuel and let's get the roof off. 1. I'm gonna lose count today, I know I am. I'll put it all together in the edit. We're 3 minutes in and I've already got it wrong. We're going to Liverpool, not Blackpool. I know they're close to each other, but I thought it was going to be a 2-hour drive. It's actually going to be a 3-hour drive. Weather forecast for today is terrible. The weather so far in May has been terrible. The weather forecast for the week is terrible. In other news, my solar panel is charging up nicely. I can feel the energy rising. Right, we're going to stick with this slightly strange angle because it films the road really well. And there's nowhere to put a cup of coffee in an SLK. There's no cup holder. Also, how expensive is a flat white these days? I went in there with about £3.40 in change, thinking I was going to be able to afford a coffee, and I couldn't. It was £3.65 for that. Decided to go avoid motorways because it's a prettier route. I don't want to just sit on the M5 and the M6, so it's going to take me a little bit longer. But now I've just gone through Kidderminster and I'm on that pretty bit that I was on the last time I did a road trip out this way. The Iron Bridge meet up in the Jag with the Map Master. That was it. So I'm going to flip the camera. The sky's looking okay. Still got the roof off. Although my wife she's just gone for a walk up in the hills. She just sent me a picture of the sky and it genuinely looks like the end of the world. So I just replied back, Jesus. That sky is starting to look moody. Also, this car is not loud enough and I want a manual gearbox. Raindrops keep falling on my head. It's raining. We're only 30 miles in. 2.5 hours to go, yeah? Tell you what though, I'm plenty warm enough. Quick review on the car. I wish it was louder and I wish it had a manual gearbox. Comfortable, like it. Nowhere to put my coffee. My coffee actually fell over. I have to buy another flat white. I can't afford it. Couldn't afford the first one. We're all bunched up and stuck behind something here. We're going pretty slowly, but up here you have original gypsies with horses. I always, you know, when you drive past these people, and you drive past them in the morning on the way to work, and they're all sat getting the fire on and having their morning cup of tea, and then you drive past them in the evening, and they're still doing the same thing, and you think, well, who's the suckers here? I've been to work. You know, that looks to me like a nice place to live. Hand-painted lucky horseshoes.
I've been a bit concerned about the excess deaths of late in the United Kingdom. This is very high, 22.1% above the 5-year average for the equivalent week in previous years. Chief Medical Officer has not been on TV declaring a national emergency and saying, well, let's get to the bottom of this. Deafening silence.
weather's a bit unexpected. The weather's actually turned out to be really nice. So I'm 72 miles in so far with about 50 miles to go, and I haven't had to put the roof on. The sky was extremely threatening at one point. Thought it was going to happen, but then it just didn't, and it's quite lovely. What an uneventful journey. I thought it was going to be drama, pulling over, getting wet, roof on, roof off, but no, it looks very grey. This might be the first roof on section coming up. Hopefully we'll be all right. Definitely looking grey. Where are we? Broxton. Alright, there we go, that's the wipers going on. A little bit sideways. What is with this place? I've never driven through an area where so many people have like pulled out in front of me, or drifted into my lane, or like that guy then just stepped out into the road. He looked, saw me coming, and then just stepped out into the road. It's quite bizarre. You people in this like slightly northern top bit of Wales but still in England bit of the country, you're clearly all mad and no one can drive. Obviously I'm the best driver in the world, as are you probably, and everybody else who's watching, but everybody else, they're a problem. Got a pair of toll here. What do I do? Do they take cash? I've only got cash. £2. Sweet. I can afford that. That's lucky, because if it was £4, we'd have been shit out of luck. It's the Everton football ground there. Nil satis nisi optimum. I don't know anything about football. Goodison. Is it called Goodison Park? That's where Everton play. Are they still in the Premiership? I've joked about this before on some of my videos, so my knowledge of football stopped in 1995 when I used to collect football stickers. I'm just not interested anymore. I've arrived, haven't put the roof on at all. I think I'm in the right place. I phoned him, he's not answered, but I can see a Saab, a Volvo 850, and a Citroen ZX turbo diesel Vulcane. So I would say I'm in the right place. All right, roof is now going on for the first time, not because I need to, but because I'm in Liverpool. Get nicked. So that concludes my day. Great to meet the guys and have a better look at their car collection. And I think sometimes it's good to get an independent person in that knows a little bit about cars to help you make some decisions, because to a car dealer, that's probably a warehouse full of crap. and to an aficionado, it's probably a warehouse full of diamonds. But it's really neither. It's somewhere in between. And when you've got that many cars and you're only one person or two people, it's very hard to work out which cars to attack first in order to get your money out to then reinvest it in the next set of cars. So what we've achieved today is a good walk around the collection, and we've made a plan, and we've put the wheels in motion to work out which cars need doing first. Then we've decided to start with the Mercedes. It's probably the easiest one to get up and running and out and sold, and then from there, I think once the guys have got a taste for getting these cars going and waving them down the road, hopefully they'll get into it and can start finding new homes for those cars, so they can focus on the 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 cars that they're most passionate about. I think it's very easy if you've got space and the time and you're buying cars cheaply. It's very easy to end up with too many and then end up in a situation where you're not really sure where to start. So bringing someone in who can look at them with a fresh pair of eyes and say, that one's rubbish, that one's great, this one's a no-brainer, that's your low-hanging fruit, that one's worth this, that one's worth that, that one needs to go in a museum. And that's exactly what we've done today. I've actually acted as an automotive consultant. It's been a little while since I've done anything like that, but a great fun day, some really cool cars, and most importantly, the roof has been off all day. I've got to run home now, 124 miles to go home, and it looks like the roof is going to be off for the entire journey, so we shall see. I've been on quite a few road trips around the country lately. Everywhere you go, the roads are terrible. How is this acceptable? Seriously, the motorists in this country should be revolting over the state of our roads. Honestly, sometimes it's like I'm on the edge of Liverpool. It's like I'm driving through Beirut. I don't think there's any desire to fix the roads, is there? There is no interest in repairing the road network because they don't want us driving on it. Why would they need the roads to be any good if the people aren't going to be allowed to go anywhere? That's nice. Just stopped at a service station to pick up a bit of a drink, and met a Geoff Easter called Paul, who recognised the number plate on the car and popped over to say hello. Nice one, Paul. Good to meet you, bud. Trade plate driver, gets to drive up and down the country in different cars. Quite interesting. I've always thought I'd quite enjoy being a trade plate driver. I love that the new Honda Civic actually looks like a normal car. That's got to be the only brand new car that actually looks like a car. That's quite good looking, that. Sort of reminds me of a Ford Sierra. The roof has not been on. I've had the roof off the whole day. I did not expect that. Got about 60-70 miles still to go, and the sky is actually, I think we're going to be okay for a completely topless day. Get my dome back out, start charging up again, as Clarkson would say. It's time for a zesty beverage. Junctions to go, 237 miles with the roof off, and it looks like we're going to get soaked for the last bit. But we're not going down without a fight. We're down to 14 degrees now. We had it up to about 18, 19 earlier on. It's getting colder.
I'm about 15 minutes from home and the rain is coming. Water is landing on the windscreen, but I'm not putting the roof on. I'm not going down without a fight. It's going to have to be torrential for me to put this roof back on. 244 topless miles. I'm not giving up on my doorstep. I can't believe that, considering the weather forecast for today, I've made it 244 miles, what, 245 now, topless. That's brilliant, that is. Been a really nice day. I've definitely got a tan, and I've thoroughly enjoyed my Mercedes. And I tell you what, I did a little speed run as well to see how fast I could get it, and I got it to 70 miles an hour. Bang on 70 miles an hour I got it to. I was well impressed. Wonder what the top speed is for an SLK. Probably tops out at about 140. It's got to top out at least 130. Well, it's got to be at least 130. 3/4 of a tank of fuel. So I've done 246 miles, but A, I don't think this car's got a very big tank, and B, I have not been hanging around. This has not been a fuel economy challenge. This has been fun. Don't want red lights now. If I have to stop at a red light, I'm going to get wet. Last bit now, where you'll see the silhouette of the Malvern Hills up ahead of us, and then you'll see the sky as well, actually. Looking rather apocalyptic. Look at that, looks like a volcano back in Worcestershire with the legendary Malvern volcano. It's actually stopped raining now. The car gods have collided with the weather gods today, and they have shined on Geoff Buys. They have shone on Geoff Buys. They have shined on Geoff Buys cars. Brilliant. What a great day. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Well done, car. You did good. I enjoyed it. Nice and easy. Comfortable. Good heaters. Wouldn't mind an air scarf, but that came on the later models, and I don't like the shape of those as much as this. I think the R170 SLK is the iconic SLK, and I think the 230 compressor is the iconic engine. 250 miles with the roof down in a Mercedes-Benz SLK in May, which really shouldn't have been a challenge, should it? But they keep knocking with the weather. What I like about this is you need to have brakes on, but you can drive while the roof is going on. I like that. Brilliant. That is the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. I've got one last big wheel spin when I pull out of here. So there is the answer to the question. How many times did I take the roof on and off today during my 250 mile road trip? I took it off in the morning when I left my house. I put it back on when I parked in Liverpool so the car and my stuff wouldn't be stolen. And then I took it off when I drove home, and I just put it back on again. So the entire day was done with the roof off. I like that. That's an achievement. Well, it's not, is it? Really, in the big scheme of things. I mean, I didn't win a Nobel Prize, you know. But you've got to take what you can get, haven't you? And it's important to be proud of the small victories.